Momotaro, the Peach Boy. Once upon a time, there lived an old man and an old woman in a small village. The old man went to the mountains every day to cut firewood, while the old woman did the housework and took care of the garden. One day, as the old man was cutting firewood in the mountains, he saw a beautiful peach floating down the river. It was the biggest and most perfect peach he had ever seen. He quickly picked it up and took it home to show his wife. When the old woman saw the peach, she was very surprised. "What a wonderful peach," she said. "Let's cut it open and share it." As soon as they cut the peach open, they heard a baby's cry. To their great surprise, inside the peach was a healthy and beautiful baby boy. They were overjoyed and decided to raise the baby as their own son. They named him Momotaro, which means Peach Boy. Momotaro grew up to be a strong and brave boy. He had a kind heart and was always willing to help others. One day, he heard that a group of ogres had been terrorizing the nearby villages. They stole people's food, burned their houses, and hurt the villagers. Momotaro was very angry and decided to go and defeat the ogres. The old man and the old woman were worried about their son, but they knew that Momotaro was brave and determined. They gave him some special rice cakes, which were made with magic ingredients. These rice cakes would give Momotaro extra strength and energy. Momotaro set off on his journey. Along the way, he met a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant. Each of them was in trouble and needed help. Momotaro shared his magic rice cakes with them, and they were so grateful that they decided to join Momotaro on his quest to defeat the ogres. The dog said, "I'm a good fighter. I'll help you defeat the ogres." The monkey said, "I'm very agile. I can climb trees and spy on the ogres for you." The pheasant said, "I can fly high and see where the ogres are hiding. I'll be your eyes in the sky." Momotaro was very happy to have such brave and loyal companions. Together, they continued their journey to the ogres' island. When they arrived at the island, they found the ogre's castle. It was a huge and scary place, surrounded by high walls and guarded by fierce ogres. Momotaro and his friends knew that they had to be very careful. The monkey climbed up a tree and spied on the ogres. He found out that the ogres were having a big party inside the castle. They were drinking, eating, and laughing, thinking that they were safe. Momotaro and his friends decided to attack the ogres while they were distracted. The dog led the way, barking and growling to scare the ogres. The monkey jumped from tree to tree, throwing stones at the ogres. The pheasant flew over the castle, pecking at the ogres' heads. Momotaro himself charged into the castle, swinging his sword with great strength. The ogres were caught off guard and were no match for Momotaro and his friends. They fought bravely, but in the end, Momotaro and his companions defeated all the ogres. Momotaro found the ogre's treasure room and took back all the things that the ogres had stolen from the villagers. He also destroyed the ogres' weapons and burned their castle to the ground. The villagers were very grateful to Momotaro and his friends. They held a big celebration in their honor. Momotaro returned home with the treasure and was hailed as a hero. From that day on, Momotaro and his parents lived happily ever after. Momotaro's bravery and kindness inspired others, and he became a legend in the land. This story of Momotaro teaches us many important lessons. First of all, it shows us the power of kindness. Momotaro was kind to the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant when they were in trouble. In return, they became his loyal friends and helped him achieve his goal. Kindness can bring people together and create strong bonds. Secondly, the story emphasizes the importance of bravery. Momotaro was not afraid to face the dangerous ogres. He knew that it was his responsibility to protect the villagers and he was willing to take risks. Bravery allows us to overcome difficult challenges in life. Finally, Momotaro's victory over the ogres shows that good will always triumph over evil. No matter how powerful the bad guys may seem, if we stand up for what is right and work together, we can defeat them. So, let us all be like Momotaro, kind, brave, and ready to fight against injustice.